Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Software Inc. Alpha 11 with me, cwattyeso, here on the last day of June. We're about to tick over into July, which is the important next milestone for us, because obviously Picturedesk 2, our 2D editor, is going to be smashed out the door. That should bring us in the cash, start making us some money, and then lastly, this year we'll have Next OS 3 coming out in December. We want to get on and do that. Then, what I'm thinking of doing, as we turn the corner into 1986, I'm thinking about the possibility of relocating the company. Okay, I'm thinking about possibly, like I say, relocating the company. The reason being, first of all, on this very large plot of map, we have got this bit of a wasted area down here where it's put some flipping lakes I can't build anything on. And also, because of the issue I'm having with people getting to the buildings and starting work on time, I think I would be better off building on a starting from a brand new plot and building some buildings and just structuring things a bit differently. You know, put a building down for one building shared by a couple of teams, but the teams are staggered. So one team comes in at, say, 6 o'clock in the morning, works till 2. Another team comes in at 2, works till 10, and another team comes in at 10, works till 6. You know, free shift system, if you like. Have a free shift system in place, and let them have their own car park, which those 3 teams will use. And then have another building for another 3 teams with its own little car park, and then another building, and you can see what I mean. Split my teams up into, have smaller buildings first of all, shared by teams, and then basically have them arriving at different times of the day, but make it so as well that we've got things structurally covered. So for like between 6 o'clock and 2 o'clock, we've got a design team, a programming team, a marketing team, a support team, and an artist team here. The same then at 2 till 10, and the same at 10 till 2. So we've always got people here 24 hours a day who can do basically everything. Right, what we need to do as well is we need to fast forward now to the day 2 of July. Because I've been waffling, I forgot to release our audio picture editor thingy. My Bobby, my Diggy, my Doodah. So we're going to get that smashed out the door fairly. We're going to release it just after midnight, if we can. James having a think. Right. We're going to get that released. Do we want to start a marketing campaign? We do. Who do we want on it? Core and the 2 marketing teams. Budget for that will be, we'll do 30 grand to start with initially. No, we don't need to print any copies because, believe it or not, we should already have some copies of that printed, haven't we? If I've done my job right, I've got 6 million copies. Yeah, kind of printed a few too many of them, possibly, maybe. So that's done, that's out the door. We'll put that up there with the rest of the marketing programs. Our antivirus team is working on the 2 new softwares, so we'll let them carry on doing that. As I say, Next OS 3 comes out in December. That's the next big milestone for us. I know in the past I've spent a lot more on the marketing products, but I'm really not that fussed. There's a marketing for document, no thank you. We're not marketing your software. Goodbye. Right, so yeah, the next thing, so get this year out of the way, get 86 out of the way, see where we stand financially, and like I say, we may look at moving to a new bit of land New property. One of the things I would then do as well is really look at the core team situation. Product has been reviewed. Picture Desk 2 is a sequel to the highly regarded Picture Desk, but it isn't as good. Oh dear. It will most likely become popular. Oh well, okay, you weren't happy with it, tough luck. So yeah, I would probably end up splitting the core team into maybe possibly 4 separate teams. The Office software team and the antivirus team seem to be right about the sweet spot when it comes to team sizes. They seem to have enough people in that team to deal with everything. Which is great for me. So what we've got going on here then? We'll open these up so we know what's happening. Right, we're on the alpha development of that. Have we got support for Picture Desk 2? I hope we have. Need to find it. It'll be down here somewhere. Chuck it up there, out the way, so it doesn't get confused with all the rest of the stuff. Bingo, bango, bongo. We'll turn the filters off again. Marketing's unavoidable for that, fair enough. Working on that then. Office team, programmers and the antivirus team. Might take the antivirus team off of that. Chuck the artists onto it, I think. Let the antivirus team deal with their own antivirus stuff now. Right, so how are we doing then? So we must have sold some copies of Picture Desk 2. 92,000 so far. Okay, not bad, not bad. Does it need porting is the question. Porting to anything. Have a look. Latest releases. No active users on that. There's a few on that. There's a couple on there. Don't think we'll bother. Don't think we'll bother porting it somehow, do you? These ain't going to disappear though until that's released. That's why we've got to get to December now. .3D is going to be a bit of a problem because none of our guys are going to be working on that really. None of my staff are going to be trained in the art of 3D. That's all going to be relatively new to everybody. I tell you what, the game is getting so slow, so chug. Somewhere as well that I saw. Might just have to hit the pause button for a second while I'm looking at this screen. Artists, you need to be educated in a bit of maybe some marketing. Artists need a bit of programmer too. You want to be programming? Really? Artist programming? Get me artist chained up. Programmer. A lot of these people could really be multitasking. There's some people hired somewhere that are doing everything, and I don't necessarily know whether that's a good thing or not. Oh, here's some more artists that need a bit more training. Does the leader of my artist team not actually send people for training? Probably ought to. I'm sending everybody for their marketing degrees. Honestly, it doesn't look like anyone in my artist team's been sent for a course for ages. Good. A 3D. Have a little bit of 3D. A bit of 3D. Look, all me hundreds and billions of people on that. Why is the office soft? Why is everybody in the office software team doing everything? Same as the antivirus team. Was that by choice? They are doing that, or is that because that's how the leader of those teams sets those teams up? Because I've got the lead managing the roles on that team. I'm not having anything to do with them teams at all. The leader hires the people to work on it, and pretty much that's it. So we're not losing any money on any of our stuff yet. Although I could probably start to not market next OS 2. Are we printing any software? Can't remember if we are or not, but we probably should be. Print 3 million copies. Might not be very popular, that might. What about next? How many copies of that have we printed? Find out how many I have got in stock. We'll do another 3 million. We'll put 6 million in. Fuck it. We'll create 6 million copies of our operating system. There's a big marketplace for it, isn't there? You know, potential, what was it? Potential market for... Potential market reach is 138 million people. So me printing 6 million copies doesn't really seem that, you know, doesn't really seem that got a bunch of people to fix stuff. Get the place looking lickety split again. Oh, it's a bit laggy. That 3 o'clock time of the day again where everybody starts changing shifts. That's why I think, as I say, the plan to maybe relocate everybody to a new company might be better for me. Because then we can have, obviously, people, like I say, we can have a proper free shift system set up where we've got all the jobs covered on all 3 shifts. Oh, somebody's gone belly up. SCS software has folded. Thank you for coming, SCS software. You didn't stay long, did you? You didn't stick around. Didn't make any money. Very hard for them too, I would think. Make money. We've taken over a lot of companies, so what are they going to make? They want to specialise in antivirus. Well, good luck with that. Off-World Industries, because I'm the antivirus king around here. Even though I keep releasing Terminator Woke editions. We're not going to release any more Terminator. I said that in the last video. We're going to be focusing specifically on Bug Zapper. Once Bug Zapper comes out in November, that's the one we're going to be working on very much more closely. Where's my first building? Here's my first building, look. Long time since we looked at our starting building. I know the subsequent buildings that I built after weren't very good, but I'm not really a great builder, I'll be honest. I'm not very good building buildings and stuff like that. My buildings tend to be very simple in their shape and design, but they provide function. They provide places for people to sit who can do jobs. That's all they have to do. That's the only thing a building has to do for me, is provide places for people to sit and do the work that makes me lots of money. The buildings don't need to look pretty. They don't need to look all fantastic. They've just got to be functional. I know some people can spend absolute hours and hours and hours in this game designing and building their office buildings. To me, I would just sooner just be making stuff. Making stuff that I can sell. Whilst you're spending hours designing a building, you're not making any money. Definitely need more parking spaces on the next map. I need to throw a few more in. I mean, honestly, there's probably no reason why Here, have some of that. Parking. There's a few people park there, look. What I probably ought to do is get some normal road. Just do that, just to break it up a bit, and then people can get in here and yeah, have some more parking. Oh, now there's a few more cars appearing, look. Wow. A few more people coming to work now. Probably ought to grab that again. I might just alleviate some of the stuff. I don't know why there's still parking spaces there, because that should be road officially. Hey, we've thrown some more car parking in for people. We've taken over most of the map with car parking. Seem to have lost money on Monopoly 2. Is that because we're not selling any? Hey, what we're going to do? And marketing for Monopoly 2. If we're losing money, then it's time to call that a day. On that, knock that on the head. Seem to be losing money on that too. So we'll knock that on the head. We've probably reached peak market saturation. Where's Gerald's Child of Surprise? That made us 241 million, that did. Just so everybody knows. We sold 7 million units, nearly 8 million units. No, we didn't do bad. Worm Fighter antivirus, yeah. I don't think we're going to be making too many copies of that going forward. Well, actually then, I suppose technically, next software to be released will be Bug Zapper, won't it? We've got a lot of people not doing out currently. They don't appear to be doing out. I haven't set up any automation yet for the office team. We're only bug fixing anyway, and I technically think I'm almost positive that has had its bug squished. No, there's still a couple. There's still a couple on there. It was painfully slow getting any of this going down here. It's going to take us a while to get that out the door, I would think. Press build. Press build. Do is remove all of this. The row back into there. There we go, a bit more scope for them. So anyway, November then is antivirus release day. Let's see if we can get there. $2,160 bugs squished in our new operating system. Oh well. Well, I don't think any of our employees come to work by bus anymore because I've got all my employees have got company cars. So let's have a look at all software. What has released lately? Sorry. From Software did a console. I would imagine. However. Oh, the game crashed. Wow. That's a first. Okay, so just reload it. Doesn't look like we've lost anything particularly in terms of save. I don't know if we've gone back a day or two. I really don't. But everything looks okay here still. Looks like I've got me beta followers and stuff. So did I release me graphic software? Yeah, I've released all that, done all that stuff. So we'll get one of them going for that, and we'll get one of them going for that as well. As I say, hopefully things are tickety-boo. Like I say, this whole company probably needs a massive redesign. Really does. Could do with a map with no lakes on it. So I can put a couple of buildings in different. Like this area here is all a bit performance heavy. I would think. We'll wait till tomorrow to release these to the public. There's both of those. Perfect. That's got all the important people told about our incoming pending software. We could probably do with hiring some cleaners. Probably just hired about 30 to come and clean up our offices. No, we're not going to develop your crappy virus software. You've only just flipped. How can they be making a sequel when they've only just flipping appeared? Have they done the usual? Have they done the usual? Formed and released a piece of software? Yeah, look. They've only just released the first piece of crap. They've literally, the company started a month ago. It's released a piece of great software apparently after just 1 month of existing, and isn't already and wants me to help them work on their sequel. That's rubbish, that is. I wish they would fix that. That's been in Software Inc. now ever since I first played it, where companies appear, you know, out the blue 1 month after just 1 month of being in existence. Look, formed in August, in September they release a great antivirus, and then they want to start working on a sequel the following month. Come off it. It'd never happen. Lots of computer operating systems coming out in 87 and 88. Absolutely nothing before then. We're going to be the first 3D editor on the market, so we're going to have that luxury to ourselves. that back to 1. So we're waiting for Bug Zapper to release in November from the antivirus automation project team. And then we need next OS 3 in December. Happy days. We'll also change the options on the antivirus automation team. We'll remove Terminator from their product schedule, and instead we'll make them do sequels to Bug Zapper. We're going to officially retire Terminator. We are. I think Terminator's had its day. We keep making a lot of money each month, don't we, from all these different... Oh no! Pearl Blake of the antivirus team? You weren't very old. Pearl Blake. Been replaced by Jerry Ryan. Well, 35-year-old Jerry Ryan. Some of these people have had a lot of sick days in 3 years, haven't they? 50 odd days in 3 years. That's got to be how many? Well, about 15, about 17 and a half days a year sick. Flipping leg swingers. Hope I don't pay sick pay. Yeah, we've keep having folks die on us, don't we? Pearl Blake, he was a good boy, was Pearl. Can't bring up his info anymore, sadly, once he's dead. His family got 120 grand payout though, didn't they? £120 grand payout. Doing money wise. Not terrible. We're spending a lot on bills. What about licenses? Why are we paying ourselves? Look at all the royalties rolling in, look. Woohoo! Royalties are good. Licenses ain't too bad. Salaries is the big thing. Look, we spend £6.5 million every month on salaries. 2 million in bills. Spend 420 grand on benefits. So we're at October. Come on, we've got time. Have we? Because I forgot to restart me stopwatch. Don't know how long we're recording for now. Everything's gone Pete Tong. Since it crashed, my stopwatch stopped as well. Probably ought to do just another 10 minutes just to be on the safe side. And then take what I've got, render it, get it ready to upload tomorrow. Because... unhappy with their job. Olga Hughes. Who is Olga Hughes when she's at home? Let's find her. Let's find Olga. Olga Hughes. Why are you so flipping miserable? What's your problem? Your friend is gone. Well, that's because they died. You know, that's kind of what happens, Olga. You know? Everyone dies and sadly there's no sequels, as Ricky Gervais said at the Golden Globes. We're all going to die and there's no sequels. So yes, you're a little bit sad that your friend died, but get over it. Be thankful you're not dead. But if you mope around like the last person did all the flipping time and end up trying to take me to court, I will not be happy. Last person who quit the company because their friend died tried to sue me for 64 million. As if I have any flipping, you know, it wasn't my fault the bloke died. Was it? It wasn't my fault he got old and decrepit. Seriously, I don't know what these people think sometimes. I really don't. There's my leader's office, not really doing a great deal, but hey ho. Getting that 3 o'clock slow down again, look. Then once it ticks over to 4, it speeds up again. The game does. If I zoom out a little bit, that tends to help as well. There's just too many people. There's just too many people. And it's like I've said before, I think you can have too many people on a team and you start getting a diminishing returns where the extra people don't actually contribute anything. They don't make jobs faster. They don't. They don't necessarily make jobs better quality by having 400 people on your team. I wonder if I should look at the core team. Maybe look at scaling this back a bit. do keep the service people. Service people are always good to have. We'll see in time if this number goes down. If as people gradually die off, we can start bringing that back under some control. Yeah, 80, 80, 80. So we've saved what? 40, 80... 90 employees we're going to get rid of eventually when they die and retire and stuff. So that'll bring that back down to what, 300, 330. That'll probably help a little bit with things. But we just want the antivirus out the door, and then obviously we want the operating system out the door. So we really need this game to tick on a bit. Come on. Come on, tick on, kids. Does it help if I spin the map round in any other direction to stop it from lagging out? Probably not. Having a real hard time getting all the code and stuff for this software project. Tiger OS is on a Tiger operating system is on an SCM server. It's just seems to be taking an awfully long time to get the code put in it. Doesn't it? Maybe that's because we do need people who are 3D. Well, we've got 3D trained. We have got some 3D trained people on the core team. Oh, we've got 3D people on most of our teams, haven't we? Haven't got many on the programming team. That could be where the problem is. So maybe we take programmers off of there. Maybe we maybe do slap the antivirus team on there then. If they've got 3D code. Why are we going to actually release Bug Zapper soon? Because today it is now technically November. Just kind of want to point that out to everybody. It is November, and that software should have been out the door by now. Millard Owens. Just waiting to see if Bug Zapper will get released. Finished print job for graphics edit, so there's enough copies of that out now, ready for when that releases. It's freaking a year's time. Right, quick. Quick. Yeah. It'll definitely move copies. Good, right. Prototype software. Right, we want Bug Zapper. We'll filter it to antivirus, obviously. How do I remove stuff from the list? I don't know. Is it making us lots of money? That's the most important thing. Retail price is 39 quid. Okay. Not bad, I suppose. Not bad, I suppose. We're very nearly into December, which means bash down the door, kick out next OS 3. Last day of November. Everybody's turning up for work. We'll let that marketing go. Then we'll cancel it because obviously tomorrow is the release of next OS 3. So I'd much sooner spend the budget on that is doing. I'd rather spend that budget on ready to get rid of some yeah, we'll cancel support for that. Yeah. 84 active users. Yeah, we'll cancel support for that as well. Yeah, we'll cancel support for Print Suite 6. I think that's about it. Right, we need to release that. We're going to want a budget of 200,000. Both the marketing teams. No, we don't need to print any copies because we've already done it. Do we have that? Oh, we do. We have that, like, priority. That's going to need definitely to be a priority marketing campaign because we need to get that out the door. We need 200 grand. We might struggle. What's that waiting for? Tiger, is it? Might be. Right, so software is out the door. Reporting that too, then. It wasn't Tiger, was it? Because that's Tiger's not going to be out for years. Just double check that. Let's check Bug Zapper. It's going to be on what operating systems? We want it on Next OS. Sloth. Picture desk 2 we need to port. Make sure that's on next OS. Next OS 3. Bot OS. Office, port that. Again, make sure that is on. We don't want it. We're not going to put it on the rival though. Just our own. We should probably do the biggest game we've ever made. Port that over to a couple of operating systems. Midnight. Sound Tools 3, order copies. It's got potential market reach of 5 million, so we're going to need more than flipping 25 copies then, aren't we? Let's have a few. Stupid game. Get our port, all our porting done in December. Then next year we'll be getting graphics edit released. There's a deal down here as well for something. Development for gun tricks. No thank you. Firefly. We'll need to see what happens come January 1st, won't we? I mean, obviously we're selling absolute gangbusters in terms of software. Monthly profits just keep climbing, climbing, climbing. So we're porting Bug Zapper, we're porting Picture Desk, Terminator, The Office, Geralt's Child of Surprise. We haven't done. Have we done Sound Tools? When did we release Sound Tools, by the way? Sound Tools 3 was 1982. We'll probably do another one at some point. Yeah, it's 1985 tech. I'm wondering if we should wait though for 1986 tech. Quite possibly 1986 tech would be better for us. Right. Certainly gets it out there onto our sound. If I did another software, a sequel to Sound Tools, but only released it on Next OS 3, that could start monopolising the market a little bit more. Cuts down on our potential audience, but then maybe it would help us sell more of the wow, we made 23 million, look, from our operating system. $297,000 units sold in the first month. Needs to make money because we're at minus 51 million so far on it. Few deals. No printing though, which is what I like to do. Order copies. Cost consumer reach 6 million. Let's order 1 million copies then. Right. Do we need to do 1986 research? What do you reckon? Latest tech? In research for consoles? Because we've not done any. So there's no extra in there. Audio tool 85, 83, limited by picture desk 2 apparently. Audio tech is limited by 1981. Oh, really? Bloody editor again, innit? Approximately 3 years. What do we got? I like how if I make a new framework it becomes 3 years. That's interesting, isn't it? It's almost like you've got to have a team set up to every year do a 2D editor. So you've always got the latest editor that you can use in your own software. There's no 1986 tech, so I don't need to do any research or patenting or anything like that. 1985 was the last big development year, so most companies will be using that, I think, for the long time to come. I just need to get Thumbnail Woke Edition never actually made profit. Oh. They was a bit silly probably to release that, I think. So close to Bug Zapper, they were probably a bit daft to do that. I wonder if we'll sell more copies now, some of this stuff. Terminator 2 Woke Edition. Minus 21 million. Some of this software has not made a profit yet. Bug Zapper hasn't. Print Suite 6 never made a profit. Darn. Right, well, we're going to carry on. We're going to keep going. We've reached the end of today's episode, but when we come back for the next one, we'll be having the first graphics editor released in the world, the whole entire world. The first ever 3D graphics editor is going to be released. And hopefully, if that should make us some big, big money. Because, as I say, we're the only people doing a 3D editor at this point in time. So we've got the market cornered on that. So, join me again for the next episode of Software Inc. Alpha 11 very soon. I've been cwattyeso. Goodbye for now.